Hello, people. How you doing? We're here again. We're back again, and as usual, my name is Lola.
And I am Ayo.
So today we have another topic to discuss. It's a bit political, and we know how we've been with politics in recent times in Nigeria. So, a very prominent politician, one of the top contenders in the last election, said something, and the internet has been buzzing. People have been giving their views about what they think about it. He said that he would only run for 4 years, or he would only serve for 4 years if given the opportunity to become president. And he also indicated that he felt that was enough time to make a change, to transform the country, and all the likes. And people have been debating on the one hand about whether he's being sincere or not, whether he's trying to get a foot into the door and he doesn't mean what he's saying. But that's not our own focus today. We're trying to look at, is it actually possible to transform a nation, a country in 4 years? Is it possible with all that it means to have a country, or it means to have a country like Nigeria and all the usual problems we complain about? Is it possible that in 4 years someone could come as a leader and then turn everything around, that by the time he's leaving after 4 years, people are like, wow, it's all over, we've crossed the line, we've crossed the Rubicon and everything? So I'm going to leave Ayo to start and tell us what he thinks.
Okay, well, when I saw the popular politician, re-emphasizing or emphasizing that he meant what he said, that he was going to spend 4 years, even though the Constitution allows him to spend,
Yeah.
2 terms, what came to my mind was, okay, well, 4 years for me, I will be honest, I think it's enough, to bring transformation to a place,
Okay.
vis-a-vis even a country, and when I mean to transform here, I feel a lot of people that may not agree that 4 years is enough, to bring transformation, or I will put it in another way, bring major transformation. I think maybe they are not looking at it from my own angle, and this is the way I want to look at it. You see, whenever things are going wrong, and I want to paint this scenario. Say, for instance, you're supposed to be heading northward, right? And then maybe by confusion, maybe by your own doing, maybe by deceit, maybe by your conviction or your feelings, you were heading southward, thinking that you were heading northward. A lot of times, the first transformation that happens is you realizing that, first and foremost,
You're on the wrong path.
I am going southward rather than going northward. If that is the only thing you have been able to do, you've started transformation.
Okay.
Because behind the major transformation that everybody would think, which is that, you will stop, further going southward. The major transformation that everybody will begin to appreciate is when they now see you turn and start moving northward. But the transformation didn't start from there. The transformation actually started from the moment you discovered, the moment you realized, the moment you accepted that this direction I'm going isn't the direction I should be going. You understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
You know, and then when you realize that, the next thing that happens, the next thing that brings that the next transformation milestone again is that if you were moving at, say, 100 kilometers per hour, you have to start descending your speed. Your speed has to reduce, you know, from 100 kilometers per hour to, like, you know, 40, 20, then back to 0. Then you stop going southward. You know, that in itself is also transformation, whether you like it or not. You know, transformation for me is the process of changing something. You know, and when you want to change something, there are so many things involved in, you know, batting that change.
Yes.
You know, it's like a puzzle. If you put a puzzle together and you just remove a piece, you have transformed that puzzle entirely. If a puzzle is arranged wrongly, the moment you make a move and you make a correct, whether correct or wrong, you have changed, you have transformed the puzzle, you know. And so with regards to this, in my own mind, I believe that, you know, 4 years is enough, much more than enough, for you to transform a nation. You know, is much. 4 years is not, that's over 1,000 days, man. You know, even the general rule of habits says that if you want to change an habit, all you have to do is consistently do, you know, implement that change for 21 days.
But this time around, it involves millions of people.
That's the point. I'm just saying on the, you know, individual, you know, perspective, to tell you the significance of what 4 years can do.
Okay.
And what 4 years mean, you know, for even individuals. Once you change and consistently go about something differently for 21 days, it is found that you are likely to keep doing that thing the way you have changed it to become. You form habits, you know, when you do things consistently for 21 days. So for a nation, you know, it's just that, you know, it's not, you know, sometimes transformation for people, you know, will seem like, for some people it may mean that changing, you know, the economy of the nation from, say, maybe -1 million to now becoming 500,000 addition, right? But for me, transforming means if you are able to move from -1 million to now, even if you're able to do it to -500,000, you have transformed. Whatever you have been able to do to move you from -1 million, you know, to now -500,000, I believe if you continue, if you keep that mind, if you keep doing what, you know, if you keep the routine, you know, of what you're doing, if you can move from -1 million to it would move you from that -500,000 to 0, where you will not. There will not be any negative again. And then positives will now start coming in.
Yes.
So in that respect, I believe, you know, 4 years is enough to transform a country. And in my own view of things, transformation is not necessarily just about the big results. You know, for me, it's about the small results that would eventually, you know, cumulatively give the big results. You know, we have been going in the wrong direction. You just stopped and you changed the direction back to where we are supposed to be. That in itself, for me, is transformation. It's just transformation, you know. And, you know, there's also a saying that everybody says, change is constant. So whether we like it or not, time brings transformation. The difference is just that are you going on the line of positive transformation or negative transformation? So for me, for instance, anybody that takes leadership role and you use 4 years, the truth about it is there is no way you are going to transform that place, be it for good or for the other side. And that's the way it is. It's constant. So him saying that 4 years is enough for him to transform the country, I totally agree with him. And I think if you think deep about it, you realize that anybody that leads anywhere for 4 years will transform the place. You will bring your own ways into the place. You will bring certain things into the place. And like I said, 21 days you form an habit. Whatever you begin to do in 4 years, whether you like it or not, the records are there. If you had transformed the place, or you had furthermore put the place in a deeper mess, and as we see, like the way God has made it, time is constant. Time keeps moving, and change is constant. Things keep changing. It's just the way of the nature. Even if you don't want to change, the nature it's just like, so far you are alive, just the same way they always say it. It's either you are growing or you are dying. There's no in between. Same thing with leadership. Anywhere you are that you're leading, it's either they are going in the right direction, which is going to bring about positive transformation, or you plunge them in the wrong direction, which is going to bring about negative transformation. So from that view, I totally agree with him that 4 years is more than enough to transform things. And if you decide to take the other 4 years, the significance of that is you have been allowed to do more transformation. Either you have been allowed to do more transformation, or you have been allowed to wreak more havoc, or do more damage, as the case may be, So for me, I totally agree with that major political, aspirant saying that 4 years is enough to transform things and to change things. That's my view on it. I don't know about you. Do you have a contrary opinion?
Well,
and I feel, also people feel that, in regards to, that political aspirant speaking, because we are looking at a country, some people feel that the problems are multi-layered.
yeah.
So, and they feel that, the more complex the problems are, also the more complex the solutions are. But for me, as much as there's complexity in problems, whether you like it or not, you can begin to refine and change those or solve those problems gradually. If you have like now, if they place a mountain of rice and beans and plantain before you on the dining table, it's a problem. You want to level it. You would just level it at once. You gradually put your spoon and a shovel in it, and you begin to level the problem. And in no time,
You have solved the problem.
you have leveled it, and everybody is happy. Your tummy is happy. The person that cooked the food is happy. And there's transformation. A full plate has become an empty plate.
An empty plate.
So that's it. So for me, and if it's that you stop in the middle, whether you like it or not, the full plate has become
A middle
filled
plate.
filled plate. So, and transformation has happened, because
occurred, yes.
it's not the way the food was brought to you that is being taken back, and that except you don't touch it, and that means that except you are not allowed to lead, to be in that position. So that's my view.
Very interesting view. So once you get a chance, once you get a shot to be in charge of things, you are saying that you transform it.
That's
the direction of the transformation is what is to be examined.
Yeah.
Just like you were talking about going in the wrong direction, you are actually going somewhere.
Where exactly?
You are going in a certain direction, so you are not static. You are transforming. You are moving. But it's now the question of, is it the destination we want or not? From the side you have spoken about, it makes perfect sense. But I'm going to disagree, not with what you said,
Okay.
but with what I know that I believe that, what I believe that people heard, based on what I've seen people saying, they heard when he said, 4 years enough to transform the country. And I think, he himself, unless, he meant something different, I think it's this that I'm very tempted. I believe that, it is this direction that is also saying what he's saying. Like he's trying to say that, oh, give me 4 years. All these things that, the previous people have been saying, they've been going around in circles doing, I will do it in 4 years, and, it will be glaring. Like now, if you have a mountain plate of food, with the analogy you've given, if you take 4 spoons from the back, and people are looking at you from the front, they will not see anything.
Yeah.
And for them, there's no transformation. So
I get your point.
it's in the sense of, I feel he was talking more in the sense of the difference between a full plate, and I'll not say an empty plate, but a plate that you've done considerable stuff on, and it's glaring that you have taken this plate to 70%, 30%,
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And in that sense, I'm not sure that 4 years is enough to make a change, to transform, that kind of transformation that, you are carving wood and it has gone from wood to now become a chair. I'm not really sure about that, it's possible. With the way Nigeria is not just a country like any country. It has its own, very unique things, layers, the multi-ethnicity, the history, the checkered history with military regime and all kinds of things, and all kinds of changes in styles of government. So I don't think that kind of change.
You don't think 4 years is enough?
I don't think it is. And
Or maybe for the kind of transformation expectation that people have.
The kind of expectation that statement projects.
Yes.
I don't think he's saying I will do. Then if everybody talks like that oh, they are going to transform things.
But don't forget they are politicians.
No, they are all politicians. That's what I'm saying. It's not peculiar to him. If everybody is talking about transformation from the mindset of everybody makes change, first of all, they will be less hard on their opponents or their predecessors, because with the one you explained, they will say, he did something, he's moving on. And that's really the reality. Everybody is just packaging for us. I will fall for it.
That's the point.
But we all die by their packaging. So, when they say, oh, nobody does that. And 8 years, and by the way, even 8 years, it's not like it's going to, do that. And then I'm seeing it from the angle that, given that this is a democracy, maybe if a military dictator, a very strong one, came and said, I will transform this country in 4 years, even 8 years, even 12 years, it carries more weight.
Because of the dictatorial power.
There's nobody challenging anything. But if a person that is elected democratically says that, I take it with a pinch of salt. That you are going to turn around some core problems in this country, and you have a house where they are varying interests. Let's even leave, it's not even about corruption, but there's the push and pull of, people having diverse opinions. Their interests are different. And you are saying that, oh, you are going to solve, a number of key problems completely in a way that everybody is satisfied. I don't really think so. I just think, well, the politicians are just talking. So I don't think that kind of transformation, because, if you want to manage your expectation, that's not believable.
I get your point.
I don't believe it.
Well, but politicians are always
they
politicians.
have to promise us. It's like we like those promises.
I
don't think people will vote.
People want somebody that will come and do magic.
And I don't think people will vote somewhere that say, look,
when I get there, I'll transform the place in my own way, and it will be gradual.
I'll do what I can do, and I'll go. People will say this man is not
Not
or this
serious.
woman is not serious.
You know?
And you know, transformation of a nation is even beyond those we have elected
Yeah.
into offices.
It's more
That's
about the
why
willingness of the people.
it's less and less believable. You know, you change things. Let's even leave us with ourselves. There are things we imagine and aspire to that we take 5 years, 10 years, our whole lifetime
True.
to change. And in the sense of the transformation I'm talking about, people know you have this habit. For them to see a clear, distinct change,
Yes.
you know how much time it takes and everything. So when you say, you know, you do those things where there are so many variables, including not just the various arms of governments that are there, but the people themselves.
The willingness.
The people themselves, what it takes, you know, for sometimes people bring policies. One of the issues in Nigeria is like policy flip-flops. They say one thing today and another thing happens when somebody else gets it. When you look at it, it's not the fault of the person that left. The person coming in or the group of people coming in, they want to change it and there's room for that. Sometimes it's because there's not a vigilant citizenry. They don't pay attention to what's going on. So that means even for some policies to endure, that aspect of citizens being awake and very vigilant has to come into play. So, and that's so many things that need to happen all at once. So if you are, number one, it's not possible in the sense, for me, in the sense of ascribing the change to yourself, like you're going to do it, no. And then secondly, even if you are going to do it with what is on ground, I don't think so. So those are my thoughts, and would like to hear from you.
Exactly.
Tell us what you think in the comments.
I would love to read from people.
Yeah.
I would love people that have the opinion that, you know, it's not possible to transform a nation in 4 years, and even, you know, share your context. I would love to hear from you.
And those that think it's possible, please.
Why?
You know, we don't see everything. It's possible that there's an angle to it
that we haven't discussed
or we
haven't
need
touched.
Things to change in Nigeria. So
please
share your thoughts and share this with people you like to talk to. You can talk about it later. And
please subscribe, support us.
Yes, please subscribe.
You may not necessarily agree with a lot of things that we have said, but you know what we just want to encourage is that community of conversations on issues and topics like this. So please, again, remember to like, to subscribe, and to share this content with people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.